let's go to my claim that John says that it was, in fact, Friday. And Matthew does too, by the way. The next day, that is after the day of preparation. The chief priest, this is Matthew 27:62. The chief priests and the Pharisees gathered before Pilate. Okay, so this is on Shabbat. This is on Saturday. Now, he uses the word preparation here. And people are going to say, well, people who hold to various, especially people who hold to a Wednesday crucifixion, right? Oh, well, Yeshua was crucified on he had his Last Supper on Wednesday, crucified on Thursday. This, by the way, doesn't work. Anyway, John 19:14. Now, it was the day of preparation of the Passover. And see, people say, aha, see, they were preparing for Passover. That's not what this means. That is not what this means. And I can prove this, I think. First of all, the day preparation, this is how they said Friday. This is how they said Friday. And we have evidence of this. First of all, throughout the apostolic scriptures, the New Testament, they use preparation as the day Friday. Okay. However, the Didache 8:1 says, "But do not let your feast." This is all to show non-canonical support for the fact that the word preparation means Friday. But do not let your fast coincide with those of the hypocrites. They fast on Monday and Thursday. So you must fast on Wednesday and preparation, Friday. The martyrdom of Polycarp 7:1 says, "Taking the slave, then police and cavalry went out on preparation." The footnote says this Greek word preparation is the preparation for the Sabbath and has always been used in the Greek church for Friday. And what do you think the word for Friday is today in Greek? Look up the word Friday in Greek. The word has not changed. It's the word preparation. That's what it's called. Friday is called preparation. When he says in John 19:14, now it was the day of preparation of the Passover. In the Greek, it says, now we could translate it this way. Now it was Friday of Passover.
Right.
And this is what he means. He does not mean it was preparing the day before Passover. That is, it was Nisan 14. There is not one. I've looked. You cannot find. And if you can find it, please let me know. Show me any instance in first century literature anywhere where Nisan 14 is referred to as preparation. You will not find it. And this is why in the Synoptic Gospels, it says it was the day the lambs were slaughtered. He doesn't say it was the preparation for the Passover. That is Nisan 14. He says, now it was the day that the lambs were slaughtered. This is how they referred to Nisan 14. So once again, within the biblical text, the writers tell us it was Friday. I'm sorry. I know this screws with your whole 3 days and 3 nights thing. By the way, I think that is a complete misunderstanding of the sign of Jonah. The sign of Jonah was not that Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights. The Ninevites didn't see Jonah and go, he was gone for 3 days and 3 nights. Aha, he must be a prophet. No, they thought he was dead. And then he came back. Okay. I did a whole video on this, on how any part of a day can constitute a day. And the Synoptic Gospels say he rose on the 3rd day, not after the 3rd day. Would you like to say anything about this before we move on?
No, you're doing a great job.
Oh, come on, Rob. All right, fine.
Yeah, I mean, well, the other thought I had was we watched a video. It might have been on Mystery Bible Theater. The guy talking about why Sunday is the new Sabbath. Right. Like this fact that in the early church, proscue always meant like the 6th day of the week. Like it was just a cultural, and this is Jewish Greek culture. This isn't Christian culture. This is diaspora Jewish culture. Right. And then that was because the first Christians were all Jews, many of whom spoke Greek, of course, that was just the term, preparation. So they continued to think in terms of preparation. And here's the other thing is, why would you, back to this is again, I'm pivoting back to that discussion about why Sunday, the people arguing Sunday's the new Sabbath. The Gospels were written, like if Yeshua had changed the Sabbath with his death and resurrection, That means every epistle written and every gospel that mentions the Sabbath, we're talking up to, 40 years later, possibly in some cases, written, that still presume people, the readers, understand, he's talking about 6th day of the week. Oh, yeah, he's talking about Shabbat. So again, I know I'm like pivoting back to that conversation, but it's still in my mind how that particular, I think it was Doug Wilson or someone teaching that, the new Sabbath with the resurrection is now Sunday. And this simple fact of this Greek term.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Tell us your thoughts on this subject by leaving a comment in the comment section. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and enable those notifications. And we'll see you in the next video.